Woo!
Man, that was a good run.
Run up river. What is going on, my friends? Welcome to a little afternoon fishing episode with me, Ancient. Check out his channel. Link in the description below. And we launched at the lake, which is back that way. But we decided to come up the river because up the river there are trout. As it gets narrower and narrower, the water gets cooler, and trout generally like cooler water. And they live in the river or at the very mouth of the lake in the summertime. And we're gonna target them today. I am going to put on a tiny little, it's called changeable craw trout tube there on just a little tiny jig head. It's like 1/16 ounce from the Ace Videos tube tackle box. These are 5 of my favorite tube colors, and we put a ton of jig heads in there. And even though it's a small box, we wanted to pack it all in a small box on purpose. If you buy those big boxes at the store, you'll see that they're mostly empty. You're buying a lot of air. And we could have done the same thing, trying to make it look like you're getting more than you actually are. But I wanted it to be small enough where you could just fit it in your pocket, you know, camping or hiking and stuff like that. So don't be deceived. Even though it's small, we packed 50 tubes in here and a bunch of jig heads. So check them out, link in the description. First cast of the day with yon tiny tube. Great thing about using these tubes too is if this falls in front of a crappie or a shell crack or something, they might eat it too. Yes, I might do that. They're looking real skittish, so. Well guys, these trout, the ones we've seen so far, have been real skittish. This might be a day for night crawlers, just like a nice weightless crawler flowing around in the current. Maybe a little split shot, but it seems like every time something splooshes near them, they freak out. They're super spooky. There's another trout right there. Little guy though. Good, if I could catch a little tiny trout, we could use them as bait for striper. Well, my friends, nothing in the river. And they've really started letting a lot of water out. The water's come up. So we're gonna go out to the main lake. Maybe there's something up there. Yeah, let's fish a few of these trees with some thunder crickets, some bladed jigs. Maybe pulling a little current will cause the bass to get active on these humps and brush and stuff. Oh, I just had a hit. Did you see that? Look at the bass. There's a school of them. Papa cast right here. There's a school of largemouth. Got him. And there are more with him. I'm just going to leave it down there. They're swimming around. They're swimming around. Throw yours right in there. See him? Oh, he just came off. Look at it. Another one came up for it. I got one too. Look at all of them. There are tons of bass here, guys.
Look at all of them.
There are a ton. Look at this one. Dude. There are a ton of, like a school of largemouth.
I'm going to throw this one back in there.
Oh, yes. Oh, can you imagine if we were in a tournament? Oh, my goodness. There were a ton of largemouth. Guys, you couldn't probably see it because of the water. I mean, I bet I saw 10 largemouth swim in this one. Let's get him back in. Let's try to get another one. Yes, that was so cool.
That's the size.
Yeah, like a wolf pack of them. Oh, I just got hit again. Right straight in front of the boat. Just come on up. Got him. Got him. Yes. And throw yours. Oh, shoot, he just got on. You got one?
Nope, it might have been.
Oh man, if we have school and large, you know, I really thought that you know, if they turn on the open the dam and really get the current flowing, it might turn on the largemouth, and I would say it kind of did. Guys, the river, oh look, I just scared a bunch of bait with my lure. That's what they're hunting. They're probably just schooling fish underwater. We can't see it on the surface, but underwater you got wolf packs of largemouth. Guys, the river though starts just up there, a few hundred yards. Do we want to go out to the main lake, see if there are any striper feeding on the surface, or do we want to keep fishing for largemouth around here? One of the things I've noticed about fishing the rivers around here is that the trout tend to shut off when they open the dams and start letting water out. It's like the trout wait for the dams to shut off, the water falls, and then the trout rise to the surface to feed. So to me, there's no point in fishing the river when the water's jacked up. And this lake is kind of cool anyway, because you can go up the river and have like this clear water trout experience, or you can go out to the main lake and have terrific bass fishing and striper fishing. So you have two very different things on the same lake. So that's why we went out to the main bowl here. Got him? Nice. Looks like a solid fish. Maybe. Nice, Pops.
That is a solid fish.
Well, I'll get the net real quick. Oh, there's a big largemouth. Oh my goodness. Look at that, Pops. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Slurped the worm. Slurped the worm.
A little birthmark there?
Yeah, way down in there.
Wow.
Look at the marks on him.
It's like big old
It's like his, freckles or birthmarks on the tail.
Oh, and the side, this side too.
Huh. That is
I've
one of the
seen one
more
like that. It almost looks
on
like
the fin.
marked, yeah. Wow, modeled.
Huh. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
That is so cool. Nice catch.
Oh,
Right
goodness,
against
right
the wall. We love this wall guy because sometimes the fish push bait fish right against it.
I'm gonna get the pliers and get that out.
That is a nice one.
That is very cool.
That's one of the most unusual largemouth I think I've seen.
It is. Let's see how he does.
Very nice catch on a purple worm. Another one?
Yep.
I didn't even make a cast, guys. Oh, a little.
He got off.
That looked like a spot to me.
Oh,
Did you
I
see
would
that?
like to eat
Oh,
one.
we could eat. I don't think there's a size limit on them in this lake either.
Yeah.
Maybe I should switch to the old drop shot. Yeah, if they're down there.
We've done that purple worm thing every once in a while.
This, if there's any lake that they love the purple, it's this lake. Got him. Oh, he came off. Dang. I had him. Down deep again, Pops, just like yours. I was bouncing it down the wall. It came down the drop off quite a bit. That fish was maybe in 15 feet of water. But look at it. We came out here to try to catch trout. And here we are deep water bass fishing. Well, my friends, the hunt for trout did not pan out, but we caught some bass and had a good, kind of fun evening out here. But the hunt for edible fish continues. We'll see you guys at the next spot. All right, my friends, let's switch it up now. I'm on this beautiful river in the mountains, and I have here a big bag of live shiners. The bag's inflated because it has oxygen in it. They actually blow oxygen down into it. The guy at the tackle store just told me that these will actually last overnight with all the oxygen in here, which was kind of cool. I actually didn't know that part about it. Anyway, I have 24 little shiners. He said, all we got are small ones, and I said, that's exactly what I want. And then I have here this jar. We're gonna do something fun. I've done this once before, several years back. I actually put minnows in a jar and put it on the bottom to see how bass would react to it. Really fun video. But you guys commented that it would be really cool to see if the bass could break into the jar somehow. Well, last week, my mom, who was cooking, I think this had rice in it, she said, this is a real nice container. Do you need it for any fishing or camping or anything like that? And I was like, yeah, I actually would. She stuck it in the dishwasher, and unfortunately, it kind of melted down in the dishwasher. Or, fortunately, because when I went to put the lid on, she's like, you just throw it away if you want. And I thought, wait a second. I remembered your guys' comments. And I thought, I could stick the lid on, put the shiners in it, and if the bass come over to hit against it, oh yes. 3. Any more? Come on, guys. I need volunteers. I want it filled. I want there to be a lot of flash going on. All right, I think we have about a dozen. Let's put this janky lid on, put it underwater. It's not a beautiful day at the river here. We'll come back to that in a little bit, but oh man, it is a beautiful day at the river here. I see a lot of small trout swimming around too. This is actually a famous trout river, folks, and sure enough, the first fish interested was a rainbow, a small one, but it's crazy how when you put something silver and flashy in the water, all game fish seem to be interested. I first got this idea from an old Bassmaster many years ago, and I'm talking I was like 12 years old, maybe younger, maybe like 10 years old. I remember reading an article, more trout are kind of coming around interested, but I remember reading this article about old-time fishermen would put shiners in a jar and then lower it below the boat on a rope, and they claimed it would attract fish, and then they'd catch more that way. And I think that that is a legit way of fishing, because check it out. The school of bass comes swirling around. I knew that the school lived in this area, and so I thought this would be a good spot to do it. And they were interested. I think that they're a little thrown off by the white lid. Kind of studying on them, I figured that maybe if there was some way to make it all clear, that might help a lot, because they're staring at it. They're definitely interested in the shiners, but it does definitely look like something, artificial. So it got them to come around. They stared at it for a while, but after a time, they kind of lost interest in it and swam away. You see the trout in the background there. That's cool. So I thought, you know what? Maybe if I flip the jar upside down, I'll keep the lid loose. So if they knock again, I hope they knock against it and it knocks the lid off. But if I put it upside down and kind of stick it down in the mud, it might look more natural that way. And then the bass will finally come over and start, knocking against it, spill out the shiners. Looks like there's a nice brown trout in the background there. Sure enough, this time the bass were much more interested, and it helped that the shiners were active, and it seemed like once one bass got going, the other ones, they kind of fire each other up, which is actually something in fishing that you see all the time. You catch one in a school, and it kind of fires up the whole school. And they were definitely interested. But first time, doing this way, trying to get them to knock the lid off, I think the lid was on a little too good, or I stuck it down in the mud too much, or a combination of both, because they knocked against it plenty, but it did not dislodge like I was hoping. Interesting how there's like a cloud cover forming in the jar now. It provides some cover for the shiners. They definitely want it in there. Check out the trout in the background. He's kind of curious what's going on. He comes over, like I think it's a brown trout. Brown trout seem to me, maybe it's my imagination, they seem to be a little bit more aggressive overall than rainbow trout. That's kind of interesting. Maybe I'm wrong. People who trout fish more should probably let me know. But look, I took the lid off. I thought, you know what? I need to just take the lid off completely, kind of set it down in the mud, and that way, finally, when the bass knock against it, it will come loose. But the bass, look, one of them escaped somehow, and the shiner swims off toward the weed bed, which is behind the camera. The bass, though, they seem to be not interested in it anymore. It's like they hit against it a bunch of times, but then all of a sudden, when the shiners start moving, that caused a reaction, hence reaction bite in fishing. And suddenly they were way more interested now that the shiners were moving around. And then finally it happened. They knocked the jar over, and here come the shiners. Some shiners stayed in the jar. They kind of stayed in the smoke screen, the mud screen. And this one finally comes out. And he could have gone for the weed bed, but for some reason, it swims right toward the bass and alerts their attention. And it's game over. In fact, let's see a replay. Look how fast the shiner is and look how fast the bass are. When fish want to move, they can... He eludes them at first. I don't think that the shiner got away in the end, unless, it could have actually made it to the weed bed. There's a thick weed bed right behind the camera, so maybe he did get away. Not really sure. I had a few shiners left, so I reset it after the bass ate all those. And by now, the bass were onto it, because they kind of came over quickly this time. But I made a mistake. I left a little air bubble. You see the air bubble in the top of the jar? It floats to the top and spills them all out, which would have been cool, but it kind of spills them all out away out of view of the camera. But it was kind of interesting because it seemed like a lot of shiners. You see that shiner there in the middle of the screen? It's like a lot of the shiners got away. I wonder if the bass, are they kind of full? I mean, look how fat this one is. They seem kind of lazy about catching them. A lot of shiners got away that round, but when you see how fat that bass is, that kind of makes sense. But it was a fun experiment. Thank you to those in the comment section for the cool idea. Check out all the people on the river just came down. They do float tours, and it gets wild, as you can see. You guys want to be on the video?
Oh, yes.
Cool. What is? Hey, what's your name?
Carter.
Connor?
Carter.
Carter.
Yeah.
What's
Dagan.
Dagan and Carter. Hey, nice to meet you guys. Hey, cool. I have something for you.
That's cool. That's awesome. I can't believe it.
I have... All right, you're in luck because I'm in my truck.
Yeah.
And with my truck, I sometimes have merchandise that might fit you guys. Now, what size of shirt do you usually wear?
Oh, large.
Large? All right, so this is a shirt we made. It's a prototype.
Cool.
We never even published it, so it's the only shirt ever like it made. You can have it if you want.
Thank you.
And then... Oh, it's a level up in real life shirt. This is an old one too. Do you want that one?
Yes, bro, I'm fine with anything but that.
Hey, how are you doing? What's your name?
Jared.
Jared, nice to meet you, Jared. I don't know. You interested in this shirt? Do you watch my channel?
Sometimes.
No. Sometimes? Do you want a shirt or not? You don't have to take it.
I'm fine with it.
You're fine with it? Okay, you can totally have it if you want. That might be a little... that's all I have left though. Wait, is that extra large? Let me look at that. I'm actually filming an underwater video, so I have an underwater thing going there.
Really?
And you interested in something like that? All right, perfect.
Well, I'm telling you, I was fly fishing here not too long ago. If you could walk out to the end of this island, there's that...
The riffles there?
Yeah, right there, and there's like the thing, and it goes into a deep hole.
Oh,
Go
really?
fish over
I haven't fished over there. I always fish from like here up. I'll have to go down that
You
one.
have to, but it's like, you walk all the way to the end of it, and it's like the ripples come down, and it's like the island, and then like another like
You got a
island.
calm spot, ripples, and right in the middle you can...
Calm spot,
like-
riffles. I don't like fly fishing very much. It's just not my thing. Now here's something, since I don't know his size, and I'm not sure they have a small or large, a small or medium. This is a brand new color called chameleon.
Oh, he's gonna love
So
that.
it looks that,
Tubes.
but when you drop it in the water, it turns brown. You
Really?
could even just go, yeah. They turn.
weird.
That's why it's called chameleon, because it
Yeah.
changes colors.
That's cool.
I've already experimented around. They work fantastic, especially if you drop shot them for like smallmouth up on the. So take that to Bubba. So right where that weed light ends and there's a 90 degree, all the bass are laying right in there. We have to get a little bit closer, but there are like 8 of them. They're all...
Holy.
Yeah, you see them? Yeah.
Dude, you can
they're
barely
right.
see 'em. You gotta,
They're
like-
right by the shore. If we move a little, they'll move. And in fact, the problem is I've tried fishing for them with lures. I was here about a week ago, and I tried everything and they wouldn't bite. I think they get fished for a lot.
My buddy Hunter Grindstaff caught him like crazy, dude, with a little Senko, like a little
Oh, Cinco.
4-inch Senko.
You know what? If the Cinco doesn't work, I literally held back one shiner that's still in the cooler. He can throw it in there if he wants. Now here's something. If you want, I held back one shiner, and if you want to put on a little circle hook, you can put on a little shiner, and I bet that would get him. You want to try that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I can.
Oh, he's a little squirt too. We'll see if they go for him. There you go.
Smallmouth on by the dam. Dang.
All right, my friends, Dagan is going to use the last piece of bait and try to catch one of these bass. Catch the biggest one, will you? Stand wherever you need to. I don't think they spook. They're used to so many people walking along here. Oh, he's... Uh-oh. He's switching the reel handle. Getting all prepared here. There we go. Now you're in the zone. Oh, one that swam over. They're looking. I think one of them got it. Nice! Got him. Nice! Last shiner of the day. I'm glad I held one back, dude. Here, let's. Oh, how are we gonna do this? Good thing he's got the Crocs on.
No, I ain't got nothing. Just fishing.
Is it a largemouth or a spotted bass? I caught a spot in here the other day. The only one I caught. Caught him on a live crawfish. You got him? Nice, dude! Last shiner gets a bass. Here, I'll help you. There we go. All right, I'll take the fish from you. Very nice, my friend. Careful for the gators. Yeah, that looks like a spot to me.
I knew there was walkies in here, but I didn't.
What was that guy telling us the other day about if you check their tongues or their mouth?
Yeah, if there's they have a rough patch on their tongue. However, it's not 100% reliable. Like sometimes a spot doesn't have that patch on its tongue, but that pattern sure looks like it. But,
looks like it's been
nicked by something. Nice, sweet.
Now look at them all.
Oh yeah, look at them all right there.
Look at that snake. Oh, there is a lot.
I'm telling you. Nice catch, my friend. Glad you guys stopped. There he goes. Sweet, dude.
Can I get a picture?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, that was really cool. Well, my friends, what a fun time out here and all the underwater footage. This cool school of bass. I think I've kind of done all I wanted to do here. Let's go on to the next spot. All right, here we are, folks, on the Appalachian Trail. I'm out here with me Ancient, and I brought him to this area. He's never hiked along here. He and I don't do many hiking videos together.
He wears me out.
You're more of a boat guy, but I enjoy hiking every once in a while. And so we are hiking along the Appalachian Trail, actually. I live near it, and we're going to do some trout fishing along this stream, which you'll see in just a second. And then my dad is going to do some mushroom hunting. He has a walking stick, and then he's got the mushroom basket and all his stuff there. So mushrooms, trout, and whatever we can forage, you know, just have a good time out here. Check this out. So we can fish anywhere along here, and you can mushroom hunt. The trail kind of follows it a bit, and it gives us better access, but it's still cool standing right here. This trail is so cool. I wonder how many thousands of people hike this trail every year. I wonder how many quit in the middle. You know, you always hear the success stories. Are there people who like start the Appalachian Trail and they're like, you know, whatever. Why did I think this is a good idea? I never thought about that. I always hear all the success stories, and those are the ones everybody likes to read about or watch the videos on. But how many people start and get like 1,000 miles in and they're like, what am I doing with my life here? Well, there are stone steps that lead up there, which are pretty cool. Since I'm close to the river here, I think I'm gonna trout fish, and
I'm gonna go look for mushrooms.
Sounds good. I'll see you. We'll stay pretty close in this general area. All right, my friends. I'm gonna use a variety of lures today, but one of my favorites to start off with, if the trout are aggressive, don't know if they will be or not, but is a tiny, and this is about the tiniest they come, I think. Might be the second tiniest. Rapala jerkbait brown trout color. We are in brown trout country, folks. I mean, big time. So that's why I've got this color on. Let's see if we can get something.
Walking up the rock path, keeping our eyes to the left and right. Quite a trip down there. That's a rock. Oh, check this. See if we can figure out what it is. After having looked this thing over, looks like it might either be a Bradley or a candy cap, but I'm not sure. The candy cap says it smells a little bit like maple syrup or brown sugar, burnt sugar. Maybe it's my imagination, but it seems like it. We're going to keep it. We'll keep walking and see if we find anything else. These guys are all over. Big old daddy long legs loping around. Okay, so our puffball mushroom is either going to be an edible one or not, and it'll depend on what is on the inside. So let's cut this open. Aha! So that has dark in the middle. You see it started on the inside and radiates out. Check this out. So that one, the edible one, it says edible on top, white all the way through. Now watch this. Pigskin poison puffball. Very poisonous. And so we're not going to eat that one. Check it out though. You can, that's the good thing about having a book with you. You can see exactly. And it says they start kind of a brown purple and then they turn blacker as it goes on. So that's a no good. But we do have one small one for sure that's a good one. It's an oyster mushroom. I think that's what this one here is going to be. Varies in color, whitish to cream, sometime a little yellow with age. That has a little pink on the inside. I think that's going to be a good one. So we'll double check when we get back down to make absolutely sure. All right. It's a good sign if those are chanterelles. Check this out, guys. It's one gnarly looking mushroom. Oh, it's real wet. I mean, it's like soggy. Look at that. That don't look so good. We'll leave him here.
You know what, my friends? I didn't plan on coming this far, but I think I'm going to. This is a very, very long stairway down to a big waterfall. It's nice and fun going down. It's just hard climbing out. You gonna join me, Pops?
Oh yeah.
All right. Oh, you have to be in good shape to hike the Appalachian Trail, man. I hear a waterfall. I see a little waterfall through the trees. Not a little, it's a big waterfall. I see a little of the big waterfall. Look at that. Look at those falls, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. Oh, I love it here. I have this routine when I trout fish where I start off with faster moving stuff like a jerk bait. Even though this is a really like small finesse one, still start off with faster moving stuff and then go to things like the tubes. See if I can get like the aggressive trout. And then this thing casts really well. And then go to the slower stuff. Got him, got him. Fish on, folks, fish on. First fish of the day. So you're gonna be either a trout or a sucker. Oh man, oh man, oh man, this is a good fish. Or it's a strong one. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Oh, hooked him right in the snout. Dude, look at the color of this rainbow. Look at that. Yes. Yes. Dude, you talk about pink. Talk about a pink fish. Oh my goodness. That is fantastic. That is what I'm talking about. And the great eating size, about 13 inches. Oh man. Guys, look at that fish. Yeah. There's a guy over there swimming. He saw me catch it. All right, love this bag because usually it keeps the fish alive and fresh. Also keeps crawdads in most days. Oh man, that is fantastic, my friends. There's a hiker over there. He just got done swimming when I rolled up. All right. All right, all right. Oh, I got one. A little tiny one. Look at that. Oh, it's a little brown trout on the brown trout lure. Oh man, that's a bad hook job there, my friends. Oh, got him in the fin here. This guy might be made into catfish bait here. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna kill him. He's getting all... Dang. Oh well, I didn't plan on keeping something that small, but... Oh nice, yeah, those are, for sure.
They're all in one
cluster.
Yeah. Oh,
cool.
Check this one out. This is kind of cool.
Oh wow, that's crazy. It's a weird, yellow, interesting.
Yeah.
Nice, but those are for real chanterelles, so that's cool.
Yeah, I've been looking. I think it might be a little early for them, I guess. I don't know.
No, we catch them. We catch them. We don't catch mushrooms, but we found them earlier than this. Put the jerk bait back and get out a little tube action here. Ace Video's tube tackle box. I really just love all these colors. It's just an incredible, incredible tackle box. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Pardon me?
Have you done good right here before?
I have. I've been here another time, and I think it was in the winter though. It was like December. I came here, and I caught like 5 or 6 right below then. So you know, I've never been here this time of year. So.
Ended up here. I live in Valley Forge, so.
Oh wow.
I'm almost home. So.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a good one, man.
So did somebody like drop you off, and you're like, I'm gonna take 5 days to hike back home?
Hike back. It should take about 3, but I take my time.
That's cool.
Hey man, you enjoy yourself.
Hey, you too. I appreciate it. All right, armed with some soft plastic here. Little tube action. Trout love tubes. See if we get another one. That's pretty cool. That guy had somebody drop him off about a 5-day hike from, he said 3-day, but he's made it in 5 because he took his time. But a hike a ways from his house, and then he's taken the whole Appalachian Trail back to his house. That's a pretty fun activity on your time off. Oh, getting a bite. Oh, missed him. Got him, just smoked it. It's another nice one. Dude, look at this. Another really good sized rainbow. Come on with it. One for me, one for Pops on the tube. Look at that. Hey, I just caught your trout. We each have one now. Look at that size. That's good for a stream like this. Both of the other one's about the same size though.
Wow.
We got 2 good ones. There we go. All right. Drop them in the fish bag. Bam. I can keep 7 on this river. I think this color is called Changing Caddis. It's a little... I actually don't use this one as much, but I'm using it because it has some little tiny green and orange flake in it, and the water's a little dirtier than usual. Normally I prefer the crawfish color in this mountain stream situation, but I figured that was too natural looking. That has no flakes in it. Real quick, during the first week of this video, we are running a 15% off sale for all of my products, all of the backpacks, all the tackle boxes, even the little trout tube box. Everything's on sale for 15% off when you use the code TROUT at checkout. You make sure the T is uppercase. Even the trophy bass gel set that I use in the video is 15% off. Yes, the sticky stuff that sticks to all your lures. Check it out in the description. I really love my tube tackle box. It's something I can recommend to you guys with confidence. Oh, getting a bite. Right along the wall. Oh, missed him, missed him. Come on, eat it. Those might be small ones. Let's cast, all right, I'm right in the waterfall. I'm gonna give it some slack, let the tube go straight down in the deep hole right there. Because whenever you have a spot with a big waterfall like this, it just churns out the bottom, and there's gonna be a ditch or a big just hole right below each one of these, if not in front of the whole thing there, where it gets way deep. Might be 8 or 9 feet deep. Oh, did I? Yeah, got one already. And the fish hang out. It's not a very big one at all. It's a tiny one. Oh, it's a chub. Look, I caught a chub. Chubs are actually not too bad to eat. Not that I'm gonna eat one, especially when I have fresh mountain trout, but just FYI, that's a cool fish. Come on. I think there are a lot of tiny trout down here. I've done it before one time where I put an underwater camera at the base of a waterfall in the mountains, and I was shocked by how many small trout there were swimming around. And I keep getting like hits and then nothing, and I think it's the little ones coming up and just taking a quick test bite.
Alright guys, so I brought some crackers from some MREs. This is out of a Polish MRE. There's some more Polish, I believe, MREs. Got some crackers, and then I've got some cheese spread with jalapeno, regular cheese spread, and cheese spread with bacon. I put some out on a plate here and surprise Asa. Some cheese spread with jalapenos on this cracker. Alright. Regular cheese spread we'll put on this one here. You can't put too much cheese on anything as far as I'm concerned. Some cheese with bacon on the rye dry toast.
Got him. See, a big one just takes it. He just gobbled it and ran. He's another big rainbow. Wow, 3 really nice sized rainbows here. Woo! What a gorgeous fish. On the tube. Look at this, 3 nice ones. Look at this color on this one. Dang. How fun. Wow. You know, how many should we keep? I have 2 really nice ones about the same size. Yeah, I think for a little hiking meal, that'll be good enough. I'm gonna let this one go. Whoops.
Well, sir, you're catching the fish. I put a few cheese and crackers together for us. Check that out, guys. Wow, that's beautiful. Just beautiful.
I mean, to catch 3 trout this size under the waterfall,
Yeah.
I'd be happy with 1.
Right.
But I mean, wow.
Those are going to taste good. We've been working hard, hiking hard.
That would be great. Ah, from the MREs, huh?
Yes, we got regular cheese, bacon and cheese, and jalapeno and cheese.
All right. I'll take a jalapeno.
International crackers, too.
Oh, perfect.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers, sir. Whoa.
You don't call them tank threads for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Hands of crackers.
Wow. That's the toughest kraken. That's so dense. It's like they've just hard pressed it together.
And it has rye seeds in it too. It's really quite good.
Yeah, it's tasty. It's just, it's incredibly thick.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
And then if you want to try bacon next, this cracker is going to be very soft, very crumbly.
Kind of just the opposite then.
Yes, it's a dry rye.
Cheers. I love how you brought out a plate out here. I mean, durable plate like that.
Bacon. I like bacon with it.
I like the bacon cheese.
We have just our standard MRE cheese spread.
Okay.
And obviously doing a shameless plug for my MRE channel.
Go for it. Check out my dad's channel, link down in the description. His MRE channel. That's a nice snack. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, guys, first crawfish of the day. On the small side. Oh, shoot. What? Why don't you put some bait out and draw them out? All you have to do if you want to catch some extra crawfish on your trout fishing trip is to make a cut in the gut of your catch and then leave it on the bottom and they'll come. Now, I'm going to fish a little more while we wait. Got him again. First cast after coming back from the little break there. Another rainbow. This is crazy. Look at that, folks. Tube right in the top of the mouth. Just like you want. They are absolutely loving the tube. There he goes. Right back to his waterfall. I'm so surprised I haven't caught a brown trout actually. Except one tiny one. This is normally kind of a known brown trout river. Look at the one trying to jump up the waterfall. Guys, there was just a... Wait a second. Are they trying to migrate? And this is as far as they can get? People don't know this, but trout, even in small streams like this, they'll move. Fish and Game has done studies. It's like, I can't remember quite, it was like 6 miles sometimes. Like in one 24-hour period, they'll swim 6 miles up and down a stream. Yeah, I just saw a trout try to jump up the waterfall like a salmon. I wonder if they're trying to migrate and this is as far as they can get or something. See, I'm at the top of a mountain though, so like I'm not sure if they even have to go any higher, because it's not much higher than this, so. It doesn't take long for the crawfish to find your bait. They have really good sniffers and they seem to always be hungry. And this one was on it pretty quick. Some of them are a little more timid than others. Some of them are really bold. This one is a little on the timid side. Some of them check it out for a bit before they go to munching. And this one got away at first. He was leery, but leave it down there and after 5 minutes or so, or less, comes back to start eating again. And this time, got him. That one ended up escaping, or I let it go. I can't remember which. One of those two things happened. You know, it was a little on the small side. And speaking of small side, here is a crawfish comparison. So check this little one out. For some reason, he's hesitant about going over to the trout, and that's because there's a big one. This is the one you want. This is the kind of crawfish you can even eat the claws if you want to get that little medallion of meat out of there. So you have the tail and the 2 tiny claws. And it starts hauling away the big trout. For some reason, a little baby trout comes swimming around. Guess it smelled it as well. Trout eat each other. And then this crawfish comes on this side. And there's kind of a little tug of war going on here. Both crawfish are nice size. Both definitely edible. Oh, it's a battle. There are 2 of them. Here you go. Look at this crawfish. Good grief, the strength. Pure strength, that's like deadlifting. Imagine if you could deadlift like 900 pounds. Like something that was 3 times, I mean maybe actually way bigger, maybe like 1,200, 1,500 pounds. Compared to his size, that's what he's doing. That's a strong craw. There's another one down here. I'm gonna try to draw him out by putting the fish on this side. The camera fell over here, right in the crawdad's face, but it didn't seem to deter him. Not sure what. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at that big craw, man. That's what they were both fighting over. 2 big ones were pulling on it one way and the other. That is fantastic. All right, 3 big crawfish, man. Wonderful. What a great day. You know what I need to do, folks? Add some more trophy bass gel scent. Don't be fooled that it says bass on it. That does not matter. It's just as effective for trout. There we go. All right, last couple casts right here. It's funny to think that some people come here and swim, and they have trout swimming all around their feet, and they don't even know it. Got him. Again. What do we got? Dude, another rainbow. Wow. They can't get enough of the tube. I think about, oh, he just came off the hook. Oh, there he goes. I was gonna let him go anyway. One thing about trout, I really dislike about them is there's no good way to grab them where they get where you can subdue them like a bass, like pretty much all other fish. Trout, they just, no matter how you try to grab them, they just wiggle right out of your hand. Anyway, the tube is dynamite. My friends, we're kind of one meal people as far as we'll catch enough fish for one meal and then we're good. I'm happy with the time out here. I think it's time to get cooking. These rocks here are kind of cool. Yeah, look how it's all muddy along here. They definitely had a little flooding recently, and the water clarity reflects it. All right, so over here, found a spot where somebody else has made a fire. I think we might make one here too, actually. My dad's getting everything ready for the fire. I'm gonna clean the fish real quick. That one crawfish started to pull all the guts out. Oh shoot, it's a female. Oh well, can't tell that beforehand, so. Man, those eggs look like they'd be such good bait though. Dang, I almost feel like I should save those. Golly, man. Those are good. There you go, tear the guts out, we'll throw it over there. Probably, well, see if we can catch a few bonus crawfish before I get to the cooking part. Gotta cut the trout in half to fit him in the pan. You know, now that I look at it, look, the trout, it's not very pink or orange. Interesting. Look at the size of that trout, Pops. That's one of the bigger rainbows I've ever caught in this stream. It's a thick one, beautiful one. Good size. Now look, check it out. This one's more orange. So, I guess this is a wild one or a stocked one that's been in here a long time. Trout was so big, I had to cut it into 3 pieces. Oops. Look at the orange meat, man. That is sweet. Stick that in there. That in there. Thank you for getting everything for a fire. That looks real nice. Got some MRE matches for one of your MREs. Because it's so damp, guys, we're going to break out some fire cubes, y'all.
We had about, what, 7 inches of rain in the last week?
Well, maybe once we get it started, it'll be easier to keep it going.
There you go.
Okay. I'm not sure we would get that going if I didn't have the that one fire cube.
Yeah, I think.
I randomly threw it in my backpack because it was just left over. I thought it might come in handy sometime. It sure did. All right, my friends, now that the fish are clean, the fire is burned down, everything is set up here, ready to go. I have here my fire frying pan. It's black on the bottom. I have one that I use for like the little propane setup, and then I keep this like really light hiker's one with me for over fires for just this situation here. So we're actually gonna make a nice little semi-elaborate meal. Not too elaborate, but we got some different elements going on for hiking. I have here some black beans, Goya black beans, or frijoles negros. Hopefully I don't get canceled for that. And then we have here some Mexican style rice. This is like instant rice. You can put it in a microwave, or you can just stick it in a frying pan. And then we have some tortilla strips for the top of the dish. Salt, first cast seasoning. Don't forget to check out the Ace Videos backpack, link in the description. This is the one I keep all of my catch and cook stuff in. Amazing backpack, great way to support the channel. Makes a great gift idea, or you can gift it to yourself. First things first, I actually have this as well. This has, if I can get it open, we have in here butter and some thyme. Yes. Starting to heat up there. Yes, indeed. But before that goes too far, olive oil in there. The mixture of butter and olive oil is good, and olive oil keeps your butter from burning so easily, which is important when you're cooking over a fire, you know. And we're going to take the thyme that's in there. Zach Fowler told me about it. He adds thyme to a lot of his fish. He loves it. So I thought I'd try that here. All right, let's get that going. Melt it down. There we go. Let that sit. In the meantime, got our black beans here. You can eat cold black beans. It's right out of the can if you want. They don't have to be heated up. I like the juice on them, to be honest. I know it looks kind of gross, but it's actually good. All right, let's pour some of those in there. We're just gonna heat these up. Everything I brought with me today is instant. I'm gonna let those frijoles negros heat up. Look at that crawdad peeking out there. He's contemplating his escape. He's like, I see the way out. Alright. Got that in there. Whoa, don't let it tip, man. Don't let it tip. Yeah, get back in there. Don't. Can't make a break for freedom, my friend. Alright. Here we go. Let's cook it down in that good old thymy butter. Gonna add a little popcorn salt in it, which actually isn't popcorn salt. It's a jip from the company. They lie to you. But don't be afraid of salt, folks. Salt is good, and you need salt to live. Even animals need salt to live. We're living in a strange time where people act like the most normal things, such as salt, are bad for you. It's a mineral. It comes from the earth, and you need, all life needs it to live. Right, broken up, we got Mexican style rice. Ooh, I like it. Look at the color there, man. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I like it a lot. This is going to be a really, really fun, like, camping meal that anybody can do. There's a couple pieces of fish out. You know what? Let's cook some crawfish real quick. We just have 2 of them. There's one. Let's kill this other one real quick. There we go. And number 2 right in there. Flip them over. Nice red crawl. Excellent. plates and things up, y'all. I've got these 2 fancy plates that my mom gave me. She said, how about you use these for catch and cook? They're like indestructible or something, almost indestructible. And I said, thank you. She's like, they'll look real pretty for your presentation. Oh my goodness, look at the millipede that crawled up on my backpack there. He smelled dinner. He smelled a little Mexican dinner there. Scram, buddy. Everything's cooking up rather lovely. As lovely as can be for a campfire meal. I think a crawfish antennae fell in there in my frigiolis. Alright, Mexican rice, do your thing. And we will combine the rice with my frigiolis in just a second. These just should take no time at all to heat up. And now I will combine my frigiolis negros in with the rice. Mix them all together like family. One big Mexican family, you know. Oh man, that looks good to me. I'll make a bed of this. Stick the trout right on top of it. We have so much of the frigiolis negros. Make 2 nice big plates of it. And we'll have a crawfish for garnish. And then just put the crawdad right on top, you know. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, for the final trick, put some butter in a pan there. Got both plates done. Got here some mushrooms my dad found. Some chanterelles, and what was the other one, Pops?
Oyster mushroom.
Oyster mushroom. Now let's get the butter melting here.
That looks good.
Didn't that turn out pretty cool? Like beans, rice, fish. Don't get no. Well, we'll add these mushrooms. We know those ones for sure. Here's the thing. What'd you say these were?
Those are, gosh.
You looked them up though. We'll cook those dead last, and we'll try those dead last. No emphasis on dead. Field mushrooms? Okay.
I think so.
You think so?
That's what I think they are.
Okay, that's what you think they are. Why do I not find that reassuring?
Well, the only one that in the poisonous part of the book that it might have been, they didn't really look about it, that just in case, said that you can take a little bit and roll it around in your mouth and then spit it out and just see if there's a hot aftertaste. Forget about it. But there was no hot aftertaste. It was just mushroomy taste. So.
Okay. Well, we will verily bathe these mushrooms in butter, and then we'll use the butter as kind of a syrup to just drizzle over everything. May you open our tortillas and pour some of those over the top?
Yes.
I thought it'd be good to have a little crisp with all the soft stuff, because the trout is soft, the rice and the beans are all soft. It'd be just right. We're getting fancy out here.
I'm telling you, man. I'm just going to do this on that.
I got rumba.
Look at that. Maybe a few more. There we go.
Sweet. Mushrooms might look a little burnt at some point, or look a little brown, because this is the same pan I cooked the frigiolis in. All right, we'll set those off to the side. We'll try those last, dead last.
All right.
Would you say a prayer for us real quick? Thank you.
Thanks so much, Lord God, for a beautiful day together. I ask that you bless this food to our bodies. Thank you for the way we were able to catch it, and now we get to eat it. That's what in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
Oh, man. Wow. I like the crunch. Very
How's the
idea.
tortilla strips? Guys, this is something you can do too. Just got all this stuff at the local grocery store. Thank you, Mama, for the fancy plates. Guys, I have a confession. Those other little mushrooms, like My dad got. I burnt them.
Oh, there's a,
I mean, it's edible. You
I'll
wanna
try.
it?
Yeah, I'll try one.
You want to try? I'll try this one. Man.
Tastes like butter.
Tastes like butter. I didn't do a good job of cooking the little mushrooms. And now a crawfish. Some people ask why we catch and cook these crawfish in the streams. It's just fun. They're tasty. It's just fun. It's kind of like anything else where you're not gonna like capers. You know, you're not gonna fill up on capers. You're just eating capers because they're good. They're good garnish or whatever. Crawfish are the same thing. Or like eating caviar. You know, nobody expects to eat a giant bowl of caviar. It's just a fun food to eat. Oh yeah, you pull the poop vein.
I like to pull the poop vein out myself.
I like the flavor. I don't like. It just adds flavor.
Cheers. Beans and rice are just—it's a nice. It's not. They're not bland, but they're like a base.
No, solid base for
No, for everything, all the other
all
flavors.
the other flavors. Yeah.
Definitely.
Speaking of other flavors, I think we should get
Ooh, that's right.
the mushrooms. All right. I think we should both just try one because they said even if it's not toxic, sometimes you can be allergic to mushrooms. So they say for a particular type, always try it first.
In fact, I took a pretty big bite. I'm going to just have a little bit of it. Put the rest of it out of it.
It tastes okay. Usually they're bitter if they're toxic, right? Well, I'll let you guys know if we get sick. I cleaned my plate, and now I'm gonna clean my plate. The crawfish are gonna love the scraps. All right, guys, so my dad surprised me. He said he has some dessert for us.
I do. I've got some MRE desserts. One will be a lemon poppy seed cake.
All right.
Take a chunk
Do I
of that.
take the whole thing or just a chunk?
No, just take a chunk, man. Be happy with the chunk. There we go. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Nice to have something sweet.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of little crunch on the top of it. That's good.
When we were younger, my dad would bring MREs out fishing sometimes. That was fun. That'd sometimes be the highlight. Was opening the MREs. If you didn't have a great fishing day, you at least look forward to that part. So, well, my friends, great little adventure out here. Great success fishing. Pops enjoyed it with you. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll see you in the next one.